Hey everybody, just give you a little update of what happened this afternoon. Both John's airplane and my airplane are working perfectly. We swapped the tanks back. I'm using my original tank that I was going to, I loaned this tank and an engine to John. And today, as you saw, he made a tank. And I swapped that tank that was originally in my high roller back into this airplane because my other CAS tank, I don't know if I brought it here or not. Yeah. My other CAS tank has a hole right there and a hole right here. So that's why this airplane wouldn't run correctly. These are carbon fiber. They're pretty fragile. They're $100 a piece, but they're pretty prone to leaking or whatever. So anyway, I got a tank just like this back in there. And now, picture and sound are good. Thank you, Craig. So now, I'm still working on because I don't use much paint, I have to use a lot of elbow grease. So this side here, I polished again. It's almost up, the leading edge is almost up to shape. I have to go through and I'm working on sanding the flaps, the trailing edge, and the open bays. Most of my videos here lately have been sanding because I'm the Bob Ross of sanding. And if you think that the sanding is over just because the paint is on it, you'd be entirely mistaken. Sanding with 2000, first it was 1500, then 2000. Then I'll hit it with 3000, then 5000. And between each one of these rubs, I have to have all this done in 3 weeks. These normally take me a complete season to rub out. But I got to get after the stick. Now, when you're building model airplanes, if you so choose, you don't have to do this. You can add paint. But your airplane's it's gonna be at a cost. This airplane is 60 ounces. I think that's too heavy, but it's better than most. Most of these are in the 70-ounce range, 65 to 70-ounce range. And in order to do that, you have to leave paint off. There's only 1 quart of dope on this airplane. So what happens is when you get down to the end, you have to rub it. You have to sand it if you're going to get a nice finish. And I got a long ways to go. So there's going to be quite a few sanding videos. I know it's boring, but it has to be done. And if you want to come along for the ride, the finish of the airplane. But it ran perfectly. John's ran perfectly. I'm good to go as far as the operating goes. Now I just got to get the finish up to Nat's quality. The Continental that I sold Tim, the other one, the Continental XL, which had a geobolt wing in it, looked just like this, but it was in the 70-ounce range. It had urethane on it. Beautiful airplane, beautiful. Too heavy, in my opinion. You know, if I wanted to take this and shoot a coat of urethane on it, it would shine better than this. But you're going to pay a 10-ounce penalty, and I'm just not willing to do that. These guys that say, well, I shot a coat of urethane on only enters an ounce. Yeah, okay, show me. Because they're lying. You can't do it. So any questions? Another of a tank. Another. No, the tank in this is carbon. That's mostly what I run, the CAS tanks. They're expensive, but they're light. If you want to play, you got to pay. John and I are gonna figure out how to make them, so you don't have to pay that $100 price tag. We got old Dan Winship. He's the king of carbon. He's on our team, so he'll be telling us what we need to do. And I think this sandpaper's dead already. So get another one. If you don't hear any grinding, the sandpaper's probably slick. No, I haven't started fixing the original tank yet. It's I just showed it. It's right here. It has a hole right there and a hole right there. And I'll tell you what, the motors don't like to run when there's a hole in the tank. Not at all. John thinks I should fly the Dr. Pepper airplane because it has a better finish. Well, it does have a better finish. I got more time rubbing it. It started out just like this. Oh, man. We did quite a bit of video today, that's for sure. Did 6 hours. I mean, where can you go and watch TV for 6 hours of something you like to do? Control line. Nowhere. Except, it's awful boring, I think. You guys like it, so I'll keep doing it. Okay, let's hit it with 3000 and then hit it with the polisher. See what comes up. I've done this once before. This is the second go around. I'll work on this until it's close, move to another panel, and work on it till it's close, and then move it to another panel, and then redo the whole thing all over again. It does take 100 hours to do this. I am not exaggerating. And that's basically the only way you're going to get a light finish is to rub it. I can see where the leaks. Oh yeah, they get it's. You got to go on Casminato's World, and they're 18,000 yen, and convert the yen to the U.S. dollar plus shipping. It's about $100. But if you want good stuff, okay, I can still see quite a bit of flake in there. Hey, you guys that are not channel members, please consider joining, becoming a channel member. You get icons, and this summer I'm going to do some member-only streaming at contests. So, I mean, and it helps me, gives me a little incentive to do this stuff, because trust me, I ain't getting rich of this. Kansas site was down the other day. Not sure if it will be back up again. Well, let's hope so. But I am going to make those tanks. John and I and Danny, we're going to make those tanks. But those tanks are so nice. They're, Kaz worked for Honda, so they're Honda engineered. How can you beat that? Here's a piece of an elevator from my Monado. This is light. I don't know why I saved it. I'll throw it out. Okay, let's see if it's going to come up now. Probably not. It's still quite the rock fest. I didn't lay the clear on very thick, so it's kind of granular. Not orange peel, but there's no paint on it to peel. Let's hand rub that. I seem to have lost a bottle of McGuire's Ultimate. I think it's over John's. Damn. I'm getting a lot of guys from Australia. I guess there's quite a big crew in Australia. And that's good. I flew an airplane like this in 2007 when my dad came, and he just loved this paint job. So, kind of a tribute. He passed away. World War II vet. Yeah, that came out. That's coming out good. A flat bid. See, is there any shine on it? Yeah, a little bit. You younger guys, if you get a chance to talk to World War II vets, pay attention. They're sharp. That was the greatest generation. They really know some stuff. Let's see. That shines good. That came out good. We almost got one panel done all day. About 10 sandings. Okay. It's starting to come up. I wish somebody would do this for me. Except nobody can do, if I gave it to somebody, yeah, I figured as much. If I gave this to somebody to do, I wouldn't be happy. They could not do it as to my standards. Probably burn the paint. Gas sight is back up. Yay! Yeah, order you one of them tanks. They're the 780 cc. They're the biggest one you got. 780, which is almost 8 ounces. You got a big motor. My Super Tiger airplanes have the next size down. They're all the same price, but Why carry around extra weight? Well, what do you guys think? Is this wing panel about done? Most guys would have said it was done a month ago. You'll build up your arms doing this, that's for sure. And it'll take me all the way to the nets to get this done. I'm sure of that. I think I'm gonna have to order some more foam pads. Let's see here. That's this one. I've taken the pad and cut. Yeah. I've taken the full-size pad and cut the edge off so that when you bump up against the fuselage, it doesn't dig a hole in it. This is 3M Finesse It, $28 a pint. Got a lot of petroleum in it. Really brings out the shine. You guys enjoy these videos, these ridiculous sanding, buffing videos? What can I do to make these videos better, guy? It's starting to come around now. Oh, crap. Man, that's going to take some work. Got this flat pretty nice, though. It's starting to come up. You can see in this area right here that it's shiny, but it's not glass smooth. And I got to keep sanding until that thing is glass smooth. And it's going to take a lot. Aha, that's a good idea, Craig. You know, for me, building is going on all year round. It's not just a season, it's a way of life. I mean, I've been building so long. One of the buzzards said, "Oh, you're gonna go back and do something what? Like what? Build?" Yeah, that's right. Build, sand, paint. But I don't have all the answers. But I got a few of them. We're getting there. Need to sand this out again. When I tell people the key to shine is sand, they don't believe it. And that's the reason that you could paint this airplane with a bug sprayer if you're willing to sand. It's not not the mode of application that you put the paint on with that makes a paint job. It's preparation and the after sand. And the after sand is probably just as important, if not more important, than the beginning. It's all important. That's why I say, finish starts with the first piece of wood cut, because you can't hide crappy wood joints and mistakes, and you just can't do it. So you try to go through and do everything to the best of your ability, make everything perfect. Of course, there's no such thing as perfect, but you can try. If you're not trying, why are you building? These airplanes are pieces of art. I don't know how to explain it any other way. It's not just woodworking, it's art. As Mike Patey says, math, engineering, all that other happy nonsense. Except these are pretty basic. It didn't take a whole lot of engineering. Some guys like to go CAD draw, and that's what you like to do, knock yourself out, but pi times radius, square it to death. Airfoil made out of a shoe will work. They'll all work. They figure out all these Reynolds numbers. We don't fly in scale air, so them Reynolds numbers are out the window. I get them engineer types. Well, we got to have this and that BS, like them turbulators or whatever. Psychological. Everybody's always trying to invent the wheel to build the next greatest thing. About the only thing that I've seen come up besides the I-beam wing that was truly revolutionary was Bob Hunt's lost foam jig. That was slick. That was a stroke of genius. It makes it easy, accurate. Okay, we need to buff that little inside spot. This spot right here. So if anybody gets a kudos or credit for anything innovative, it would have to be Bob Hunt's lost foam wing. I was at the Nats when Miss Shirley was dedicated. That's supposedly the first control line airplane. There was a big argument between Jim Walker and Oba St. Clair. I still can't figure out who designed the bell crank or whatever, but who cares? They wanted a patent, and give me a break. It's just a toy airplane. Oh yeah, yeah. if this stuff didn't work to do its intended job, you know, I've scrapped airplanes after 2 or 3 flights when I realized this thing ain't going to perform like it's supposed to. I might get this out there and go, no, we're going to fly the Dr. Pepper airplane because I know it performs. There's a couple reasons I want to fly this one in June, because it's going to be windy. And yeah, Super Tigers will work, and these are the Brian Gardner High Zoo Super Tigers, ABC Super Tigers, and they run good, and they got plenty of power, but they don't have a constant power that it's going to take in the wind. Boy, oh boy, I can see a lot. I'm looking at the video. I can see a lot of space here. We're gonna be sanding for a while. Be another sand out yet. Oh man, how many is it gonna take? I think I might like on my 4th or 5th sand out in the open bays here. Okay, when we burp the engines, we turn them upside down. There's no fuel in the tank. You pour fuel directly into the venturi and then you backflip it and it'll run the prime off. What that does is it clears any of the oil out of the top of the glow plug area or whatever. It brings the heat up in the engine. We do it about 3 times to bring the heat up in the cylinder, so that when you do fuel the tank and put a few drops of fuel in it and flip it 1 time, it'll start right up. Because there's nothing worse on an official flight than to not be prepared, to have your airplane on the line, flip, 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 flip. You only got a minute to get it started. Flip, 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 and you come to the end of that minute and go, got to take an attempt. Not really. I'm going to put the gold leaf on. I probably won't do it until after the Nats, because I'm running so short. I got to get this thing polished up. Gold leaf. This is the gold leaf here. Gold leaf is put on with sizing. This is variegated gold leaf. And gold leaf is put on with sizing. What sizing is white glue. Basically. Well, we got that question out of the way. I'm glad that helped explain what's going on. Well, I'm going to have to sand it again. You see all the bumps, and this should shine like that right here, and it will. It's just a matter of sanding it. And sanding it and rubbing it and sanding it and rubbing it. I'll get this one panel. I probably won't get it finished tonight. We've only got 15 minutes left in this video, but I'll keep sanding and rubbing and sanding and rubbing until that's completely out of there. Let's get another piece of sandpaper. Now, it was mentioned that I could sand with, and I've done it before, but boy, it's dangerous. I could sand that with 600,000, 1,500, so on and so forth. This is 15. That's 1,500. This is 1,000. That's 1,000. That's 1,500. And that's 2,000. Then I have 3,000. Well, we'll do a little experiment here and see what happens when I'm going to first sand it with 1,000. Phoenix. Who's Phoenix? Order from Wix. Okay, I'm going to hit it with 1,000. See what happens. See if it comes out. But you got to be so careful because 1,000 grit will put scratches in it. And them scratches are hard to get out. But I want to see if it knocks the rocks down some. Do this little experiment with 1,000, see what happens. Let's do 3 pounds. Stay off the ribs, especially with 1,000 grit. 1,000 grit won't cut your ass. It'll cut right through the paper in a heartbeat. Let's see how flat it looks. Wow. Don't you guys have any real aircraft hangars around there? What I'd do is I'd go to the airport. When I was a kid, we used to buy dope from El Monte Airport. Now, this stuff we use is used on real airplanes. Okay, let's hit it with, if you don't think it's taking it up, see all that came off there? That's all clear dope. Okay, let's hit it with 15 now. That's 1,000. Let's hit it with 15, then hit it with 2,000 and polish it up and see if those 2 bays came out better. Let's divide some more 15. Just doing an experiment here on the first 3 bays. See if I can hurry this process along. You could sand it without any grit you wanted, 600, 500. You stand a real chance of going through the finish. What I'm looking for is flat. Doesn't have to be shiny, it just has to be flat. And that's when it'll polish up. Okay, that was 1,500. First we hit it with 1,000, then we hit it with 50. It's getting better. You see that right there? That's what it should all look like, just like that. It's almost there in this panel here, almost. That's where I'd get it from. The only thing is they usually carry certified, but they might have Randolph. You never know. In my opinion, certified it's all made by the same people, but certified is not as good as Randolph. Randolph has way more pigment in it. Let's see here. I know I had a dope card somewhere. Don't know what happened to it. Nope, that's destructive. Man, I just seen it around here. What the hell? Oh, picture my Thunderbolt. You guys, somebody was asking about the Thunderbolt. There's the Thunderbolt. Right there. And there's the brother to this one hanging on the wall in St. Louis. Guys from Argentina wanted to buy that. I said, man, you guys, it ain't for sale. You guys couldn't afford to get it home. Come on, get up there. Where's that dope card? I was going to show you guys the colors, but seems when I want to find something, I never can find it. Oh, I did find that though. That's good. Okay, to prove this is 3,000. That's 5,000. And this airplane, after this airplane is completely done, what I'm doing, even down after 3,000, I'll go to 5,000 and bone the whole thing out and polish it for the final time. It seems like a lot of work, and it is. But that's the only way you're going to get light finishes. Nothing like a hand-rubbed baby grand piano. think this is gonna flatten out this way. Okay, let's hit it with a little 2000. Then we'll polish her up. Okay, this is 2000. Yes, pads, not paper. They don't sell 5,000 grit sandpaper. It's sanding pads. And they're really good because they hold the water. In fact, we'll hit that with 3,000 and see if see if it comes up. It's getting flat. Pretty close. Pretty close. Got some more in here. See how much you willing to do? How much you willing to sand? I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Some people aren't willing to do that, so they're this is not for you. You better use Monocoat or urethane or epoxy or enamel or something. But I want the lightest finish so I can have the lightest airplanes and still look like Monocoat, so you have to sand. And I know it seems ridiculous, but that's the way it is. And the finish is never completed, it's only abandoned, so how much you, like I say, how much you're willing to do. Let's hit that with 3,000. Let me soak this pad. So I did these 3 bays to see if we can make a difference with starting with 1,000, 1,500, because it could take me all year if I did it with 2,000. The paint didn't lay down good enough, and of course there's not enough on there. That's pretty good. You see how it went all flat? still some more I could do up in here, right here. This should polish it up nice the first 3 bays. So that's what we're gonna do. That's the plan of attack. 1,000, 1,500. Okay, let's polish it up and see what it looks like. See if it's going to be acceptable. The reason why I use a buffer, I mean, you can hand rub it, but you're trying to bring up the heat. See, dope is plastic. Plastic melts. I'm trying to bring up the heat. You want to run that about 1,500 RPM. I need to move this back a little bit. This will give a perfect example of the difference. You saw me sand out the entire wing once, and then I just did 3 bays. Again, that will show you the difference. And I gotta do the whole damn airplane like this. Oh yeah, much better. Much more better. We've been on an hour. I need to eat dinner and hit the rack. Still not perfect, but it's much better. You could use it, well, when it gets to 5,000 bone out, it'll be all right. If you look up in here, you can see a little bit of peel. It'll be okay. So I'm going to give you, I'll try to catch the glimpse between these 3 panels and this panel over here. But let me wipe it off with some wax, some spray and dry, or whatever the hell they call it, wax and dry. We'll get the crap off of it. It'll be the connoisseur of 36-inch finishing. It ain't bad. It still needs it again, but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go 1,000, 1,500. Before I go to bed tonight, I'll probably do three more bays. This one, and this one. And then tomorrow I'll hit it again. Do that one, keep going down the line till I get them all. Oh, this thing's gonna flip off my stand here. Okay, that would be a disaster. I did lose an airplane the week before the Nats won. You're flipping off the bench. Okay, let's see if I can get the reflection on it. Okay. So you see this bay, and this bay. Oh, this one, and this one. And then you look at the other ones, they're kind of flat. And if it's not what you want, like right in here, I can see, you just keep sanding. There's no other way around it. You keep sanding until it's completely flat. There is no easy answer. There are no free lunches, especially with lacquer paint jobs. This was easy to do, to bring that close, and it's still not done. I can see some spots in it. But it was easy to do because it's hardwood. These open bays, you have nothing to push up against, so you gotta keep going over and over and over until you get them flat. And I got the whole airplane to do. And it will take some damn time. All right, guys, gonna call it quits. Appreciate you guys watching today. Like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you again on Tuesday. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.